Gukore peke kwa malu at pe mua patapuna nofo aki ngawe retio talupe mei ande hoataan pe pehe ki he lot whaiaki ho tau tataki kai atamo oku whainga maari koe ni ke whakakato atu ngawe pe moe programa Talipaea pe me he tautupu pe moe family Tonga ko tope o mo mea mai ki te nei apina ki tau leti o PMN. Tau Fifita ki o tua ko ri ko tak whanonga ko ne whai pe me urak aho o wike ko ni ku tau whaka osia i o tau Hausia i a koe ni. Pea koe whiawhin o ihen pea mo Sione pea pe foki ki a Hausia mau kau whakataha atu i he maaue pe mo pōtara noa o whia koe ni. Ai pe whokoia ku mō mea i o ku whotu o ai ako pea whotu se maia o taha o ngahi waka lala o tau pilikimi pe mo tau whanonga i tau who koe ni. Ai a koe pe kua whoki ai tau whanau ki a ko tau te whito ki he high school pe whoki ki he primary. Pea koea hoko at pe pōtala noa o whiawhini pou at pe. Pea mo lango waka atu pe ki he ngai family Tonga pe ki o tau community i Aotearoa pe whoki he otumuri koe ri koe tau ngā ue whakataha ono teke ai ako o tau whanau. Pea koe Kaveinga whai ai pōtala noa i he whiawhini pea mo tau whewahe aki koe ngahi Makatuunga koe o ako. Pea hange pe koe ea kumo mea i kue whoke whakatokanga matangi pea mo a wha pea ku kaua tiaia o kalanin pea o whai iai teu ngai whamiri ko tope. Pea maru pe tokoni teu koen ki he tau teu ke whakatokanga matangi koe ni ke tau ki lawe ai o whilawe pea mo Makatuunga. Aia u os mahino pega te tau tolu ko Makatuunga o mahu inga ke he ranga ko tope ke malo. Ko hinga ke whiunga pea mo notari o ngahi matangi e ki whoaki mai pea pehe ke ngahi a wha pea mo ngahi saikoroni ke. Pea kai ai ha whare e ranga o vai a hono Makatuunga pea tau tui e whaingo fuangi e ni holo wha pea mo e ni mau. Tage ko whakaukau tatau pepa mo ia ki he ako. Ne mahino koe kia te au ai Makatuunga koe ngahi mea ia o ku whakatoka aki a honoranga koe o e ako. Pea o ku mahu inga ke mahino kia te tautolu koe ai hangepe koe langa whare ku kau kiai one kau kiai e sima kau kiai e vai, pea mo ngahi mea ke heke, pea kau kiai pea mo no ki keri hifo ke whakaloloto hifo whakawha ata. Koe uhihe koe ngahi mea koe iate nau ngā ue whakata ke puke ai malo pea mo iwi koe whare pe koe Kaveinga koe ni e whai ai pōtara noa pea mo te wahe aki he whiawhini. Ai ako. Koe ha ai ngahi whakatoka tokon ki he kautau whanau, pea pehe ki he tau whanau i hono langa o ako i he tau o koe ni. Koea ela, pea pehe ki a Sione, ki whia pito ke talitali lelegi moa, ki he ngā ue o e whia koe ni. Pea koe tau Kaveinga e. Ka ke tau ki urak tokanga pe koe ha mo whakakau ke Makatuunga o ako.
I think katape te olea papalangi pe. I think Makatuunga koe ki ako, one of the most important ones, or like to understand, is that if we have a solid foundation in education, no matter what comes, whether it will be financial hardship, whether it might be difficulties in the classroom, or problems at home, if that foundation is strong, then you can keep going. And that's why it's really important to have a solid foundation. So then whatever comes at you during your journey, you can keep pushing and pressing forward. But
ka pau e vai no whakatoka ai Makatuunga koe pe koe foundation koe ki he ako ai tamasi I pe mo tahi ne. E ala ke fo I wawe.
Yeah.
E ala ke awhe wawe pe me he fo I.
Or give up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the importance of the duration of someone's study. Because we start studying from when we are young kids all the way until we're in our 18, 19, if we go into uni. So we me wanoa e tau wako, like in education. And no whemau ke have a foundation ke lava puke ake tau whanau. Here, let it loa koe. So, they don't only go for maybe 5 years and then give up. But then because in high school, from experience, that's the most hardest time when we're in high school. Because that's when we get a bit older, there's a lot of temptation. And our foundation get lava puke tau whanau in school, so they can continue there and finish their education.
Ai ko mahino ngo fua pe me a koe ni. Koe uhi koe tau sio koe ni ki he ngahi ola lelei koe o e ako. I he tau tangata mo tau tangata. Pe mo kuonga. O ku wau ai kaua ko ki he nau ngahi Kaveinga. Koe uhi koe nau lawa o makataki. Ai ngahi haa koe ma ngahi whaingataa koe. Nau whitauraki mo ia I he hala whanonga koe o e ako. Aia tau tui kono uhi ngā whoki ko e nau waku ki ai pe mo e nau ngahi Kaveinga koe uhi. Koko nahi au pito. Ai lelei pe mo e loroto, pe mo e whaata, pe mo e maarohi. O e ngahi whakatoka koe, pe koe ngahi Makatuunga koe, o ku tanu pou aki, ai ako. O ku tui mahalo ku mahino I tau o tā noa, koe pen tokoni ki Makatuunga, pe mohono uhinga, mono whakakaukau. Ka tau hoko atu ki nā taulawa o lawe ki ha ngahi Makatuunga o e ako.
I think one of the main foundations, especially for us, Tonga koe I New Zealand, koe tokoni koe e family, moe pōpō koe family ke nau whanau, Tonga nau wako. That to me is one of the key foundations, and from my experience as a teacher, a lot of the students that do well is because their parents are there with them, but now tokoni mo popo e nau ako. Ko hape mea ko nau whe mau pe tokanga ki ai o nau whenga, ke nau, tokoni ke nau whanau. And sometimes in New Zealand, ka pau ke mahino pe lava e lea papalangi, kau kei whenga pe ai mātua ke nau o mahinoi. Anga koe lele koe api ako, mai ngahi mea ko nau lawa whai mo tokoni. You find out what it is that you need to do to help your child, because the education system go hen go no sila o ki ke he me Tonga. But he processes mo o me ako ko ke ma ko ai api ako ke tokang ke mātua. Our parents need to find out what that is, and do their best to support their kids. Otherwise, I longa pe ai tamai ki ko nof ko he o turning up to school o tokanga na o matua ki na tolu me whanau ko o ku ikai ke ku tokanga e na matua pe o ku ikai ke mahino ke na tolu and they're not doing anything about it.
Ko whai ako ko e rai. Te mape ku whakaunga tāmaki e ngāwe whai ako me ka ue ni
Almost 10.
o ke o ngu.
Yeah.
Ko hea mea ku ke whakatonga ai ko mau inga o hene e pia pingi tau o tarangoa. Ko pia ngahi e ria tau pehe i he me tau e on kuru koin ku ke whai ako ai. Ngai e ria pau ku ke hanga whakatonga ai. Whangia ku ngai mata wai ai a teke koe. Ke kutu mahu inga ai Makatuunga ko ia. Ku ke whotu mai i he pia pini. Kai pou koe ai whamiri. Kai otumu ai pe tau te fit i he o mātua.
I think me alahi ka pau ki ke mahino I ha me like it's important to go and ask whether you understand or not, but it's letting the school know that you're there for your child and you would like to know what it is that you can do. Pe he lava pe u apia ko ia o kumi hataha poto he lea whakatonga ki na hanga talano mo mātua koe whanau, so then things are understandable. But the school won't know if you don't say anything. And I think over the years, technology is changing as well. And so there's some parents that are not getting the information that they need now, where resources go to connect with the schools. But if you can still call in and let them know, then the schools can help. But it's hard if they don't hear from you. So it's good to talk to the schools and make your presence known. Genau ilo pe o Kaveinga, o lahe tau kau mātua koe or parents in the community of now they value education, they want to support their kids. And for me, one of the saddest things I see is that schools can think that our parents don't care because there's a disconnect. But I know as a Tongan born and raised in New Zealand, it's something Tongans value and find very important. And so it's very important ke mo hanga ai ke ilo u api ako ko me ako ni o maho inga ke family and o mo loto ke popo e mo whanau. You know, let them know what things that you need. Ka pau ki ke fusai lea whapalangi, ai ke nau ilo, he te nau kumpeha take tokoni. Ka pau ki ke mau ai internet I api, ai ke nau ilo, te nau kumi. You know, the education system here has resources in place ke tokoni ke family. Mo whanau ako.
Yeah, I think one small one of that, the communication going me api ako ki api is that lidiu going me he tā telefoni ki he email. When I was still in school, e ilo e Saula ko hola e ako tā mai api ako hanga tonu ki api. Pel Talipaea veio, you know, and they'll know ko hola e api. O tai mini, ka pau e hola tahe me ako. E emaili mai o visi ia. The parents don't know, or most parents, they don't know how, you know, how na toke tōnga koe ki he emaili. And so, if you haven't checked, and ko tui peo, yai pe ai kaurenga, o nau smart. O nau ilo pe, te nau hola e ako, ka ku emaili mai, ko hike ilo e ngō mātua ku emaili mai, pe alongo pe. And so, sometimes, if you haven't heard from the school, tātu peo wakai.
Yeah.
You know, go in, alo wakai, you know, your kids, because technology, disconnect like communication, api, mo api ako. And so, moving forward, in this new era of technology, of build our parents' knowledge and that in terms of communication.
Ko a mo ko e ne ati tau pe he pitungo pu tau tano ke pitungo pu na ku hawa ke ne walu pu si na e fu ilonga au pito ai motu ko e fitu ta ki ia ta fito ki he matu a ko e ni Tonga to I he lea Ka kutui au ia I he Tonga koe kutau ia I he taimini he wafe uatolu. Whakalu kufua. Tau unu au pito rau tolu ia ki muka. Uiai foke ai kau tau whanau ia he taimini koe takolahi koe tupu hake pei New Zealand. Whanau I hen, na wako hen, maa hen, na hoko koe ngai tamai pia mo ngai whae. Pea koe ngahi mātua koe hau koe pia mei Tonga. Whakalaka au pito. Pe koe hae tunga lelei na iai rea whapapalangi ia, pe to kura mai pia mei Tonga. Ka kui fuko Tonga I taimini koe te aru koe kia iku toe ulahi ange ko te ia pe mo tokanga ange ki he aru bea hange ko fisi mo ngai kono koe pasiki. Hoko e rea whakapitania ia koe. Ai au gei whakalaka lahi au pito ia ia pe kutaki. Pea koe koutui kuhango mea koe ni klau kasi o nego teknolosia. Koe mea ia ke mautoi ako lahi mautoi ki ai ke mautoi whaingange mātua ai alarawa. Tuke mautoi koe ngai mātua tukua koe he ni. Koe uhi koe whetu taki he ala peke maka mia holo he waha koe ia ai whanau o pūri ai ngahi tono no koe na whai. He ana whakatamai ki koe kau tai tokoni hoku ki he ako.
Yeah, because the parents are not aware.
Yeah.
So,
But I think that the word like awareness is really important. Like, and I think that's why, like I said, the family support is important because parents need to be aware of what their children are doing in school, what they're learning, what it is that they're doing well in, what they're not doing so well in, so they can provide that support. Whether they need a tutorial or a tutor, ke tokon ke pika, but hai ngahi subject spoke, you know, they're struggling in, they need that support. And stuff like that, because teachers can only do so much. Period. You know, in the classroom, they can't always provide the support that your child may need. So it's important to know that.
I think at the same time, when two people go Tonga and live Hausia growing up as kids, you know, they like, you know, the respect for your parents is there. So and it's kind of hard to talk to your parents. And so the kids struggling at school, you know, lea to their parents. You know, the connection between the parent and the child is really important. Like us back in high school, I know bigger experience. The things that we struggled with in high school, we never went and talked about it at home. We talked about it with the boys. And you know, I think it's really important in the same communication with the parents and the apiako, like my mātua and the kids. So the kids can feel safe and be like, my dad, biggest side fika, you know, and then the parents will do this. But most of the stuff, the parents don't know about it. Because you know, sometimes a long obey, I think, yeah.
And some don't want to be a disappointment.
Yeah, and some don't want to be a disappointment.
They want to be successful. They want to make their parents
happy.
And so, you know, but it's learning to understand that that's part of the journey. And, you know, we have to learn how to be okay with saying, I'm not doing so well with this. So parents need to let their children know it's okay. You know, you're struggling with something.
Eo, kwango mea koe ni kwango mama mai kia au kau koe ni. Anu kano kia Sione. Ko inga, ko te mo pare mai e tamasi ia ko ia pe koe tahine ako. Ia whahinga mea pe. Ie mea whakaako, mea whakaurunga ngā mo mea. Ka poko ki lawa tara noa ki he o mātua. Pe koe hae whahinga uhinga kai ke lawa ai. Koe toi ho e ria keke.
Yeah.
Koe mea koe ku mawinga ki awe whanau koe ke tau ko tala noa. Koe uhi koe kai koe ki lawa ai tama si a kōpe taina koe tā noa ki o mātua. Ku tala noa ia ki hono kau ngā ako. pe ko no kaunga whakatamai.
Yeah.
Pea tei me taha mahalo sio koe ki ai e sai pe ia e ne pia mau tokoni ne kaunga tamai ki pe koe pe tamai pe le ante. Na wala tokoni ki ai ia whahinga le soli pe o kune pia mau tokoni ki ai. Ka vitai mhoke taha ia o tu mau inga so whakau kau koe ni ke whetawhea ki le ai whetu taki koe pe mo harmony. O whetai aki koe a mo mātua mo whanau. Ke whakawhai mo fua ke he mātua ke whanau ke tara noa mai ke nau. Ko hinga, ke ko nea koe ke he mea whakaulu ngā ngā, pia kuna ona tolo tara noa ke mautokon ke me he nau kau ngāta mai. Ko tui mahalo ke iso iawa ia.
Yeah, and sometimes
Te
that
ala ke nau Hausia.
Yeah.
Ko hinga tamai ki kōwi. Sai peka pau tamai
Yeah,
te reo.
and they may not be able to get the wisdom that their parents
Yeah,
can give. Yeah. True.
Yeah, because sometimes, we're all young back in high school. But yeah, Tahayan has the experience or the wisdom. Kaya tu kita ke tama vo pe mai o ta alda to pe he, or and so that's we get caught up in our youthful, immature
But if
decisions.
if you had talked to Saula,
But if I had to talk to Saula,
then you find out like they had him.
I would have talked to Saula about Tahayan. Yeah, no, but it shows the difference in age, and the world's progressive. It moves, and and as we go, but as we got older, we built that connection with Saula, or Fifita ki le rei o mea, a lot of things, and now today, we.
Io ka koe tau tānoa koe ni ke mātua mo nau kōkou koe urak Makatuunga ia tau lawe koe i e pēpingi pa koutu ke unga pē tau taimi o tau tolu ka moe neona tau amanak ia toi Makatuunga hono ua pe Makatuunga hono tolu pa koutu i koe no whatu fō koe kam hono keri o Makatuunga no whakatoka Makatuunga o kia i makamak o kia i on o kia i vai ngai mea ke kuki ake tokon ke malo i pa koutu ko mātua mo na kōpō ke hako ko makamaka ia o whakatoka ko ki ranga e ako e whanau. Ko tau taimi tau ke tau osa. Ia koe koutu ko peki whai maria ko ni mo taki half second, half minute mai te ko e te haka o te tānak ke tau.
Yeah, I think there's an example. When they built a road so it can last centuries. Ke hau the next civilization, okay, ilonga be hala, ke nau ilona I hene ka lona. E pehe, like our presence I he mo ue tau whanau, and our popo, and it needs to be like that. It needs to stand the test of time. Just like the foundation that we've been talking about, make them up in their life, so they can be good students in their schools and further on in life.
Hei wau peke whakatoka halapure anga ka saite Makatuunga e tolonga mo fuoloa halapoia. E koutu I he kōpō koe e mātua pe me na hoko koe taka Makatuunga e ako. E whakatokanga I mahu inga he ako ke tolonga fuoloa. A hono aonga pe mononga hire rei pe tolonga pe tapusi ako he marae o ea. Pero, koe hao o pōpōko au wairako au.
I will just finish off. I just thought of the saying, and I said this to my students earlier this week. For parents, if you're unsure while you're trying to help your students, or I mean your children, ask and you shall receive. Knock on the door at the school and the door will be open to you. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you stay quiet and stuff, then you might not be able to support your child in building that foundation for them.
E mahalo koe pahinga mea ea ku nofo koroa mo tau tolu. Ko tui peke tai ngahi koe tau nofo e murini mo tolu tupa koe murini. E mana wasi koe ke lea ko higa ka kai hine hima. Ko tui peke ku te iai pe en impact lah au hina ko tai ma'alungang e tau ko whainga ta'amake.
I think that just quickly reminded me like ai ngahi loto pehe and like thinking like that. I know I met a student earlier this year for doctoral induction, and she's from Taiwan. O hi fu sai le papalangi ka koine o loto ako ka matene ne ako toketa. And to me it shows that nothing can stop them. Ko happen na ko no fe kungi ki ai mo whenga ki ai te nau whai, even though o hi fu sai le papalangi. And that's what we saw our parents do too. So that's an encouragement.
Maui na e pe mahino. Teina?
E o whawhikau maro. Maro pe ko wheunga ta porkama ki he whiawhini. Pa ko whamaro lahi atu e whawhikau pa pe ki a Sione. Pe moela i he lava lere i koe e tau porkama ki he whiawhini. To e whawhei pe ki mautolu ki he taimi tatau i he tōna ki kaha u. Ko e tuu ai pe whokia e tau porkama i he tau whanonga atu koe ni kaike. Ko e whamalo ia. Ka pau te aha mea whawhikau. Pe whakaosi mai, pe tau tuku mawa, malo.
Pe te vita ko i koe whakaonga at pe ke ngai mātua. Pe maru se pe ke u wholahi mahino at koe fuko u lawe i pe ngai mātua. Sai ngai mātua ia koe ni nofo nuk sila ni. Nau sit center, nau pep. I ngai mea whakaako koe nau whanau hange koe wala ako, hange koe nau. Ta koe utokanga at pe ko i koe ngai mātua ku nau ke i te mau e pepa no whonoa ka kuako mu whanau e a whetu taki mai. Pau ke mau wato whon e mau to whoni at pe mi Talipaea to i koe nau pe mo ngahi mea ke pou at pe ke ako. Malo.
I o whamalo at whawhikau. Malo apito kau mai ke tau porkama i he whiawhini. Pe hange ka mea ke lawe ki ai. I o te tuak